Come on, y'all!
Let's go! Hey Campbell, you know my favorite food is pizza, but with us trying to go healthy, haven't been able to eat it very much. What if I told you that there was a way to get your pizza and eat it too? Basically I'm going to make cauliflower crust pizza. So I'll put the nutrition stuff from the recipe in a picture or something at the end. But I'm just going to walk you step by step because I think that a lot of the reason that people give up, or a lot of the reason that I've given up in the past on trying to be healthy, is that my favorite foods are not healthy. So I'm trying to find healthy variations of the foods that I like. So let's get right into it. Here we go. Now the first ingredient that you're going to need is cauliflower, obviously. This is cauliflower rice, which is just easier because if you got cauliflower on its own, you would have had to grate it down. But this is just, pre-grated. You want like 5 to 6 cups, but this is only like 4.5, so I'm not going to have as much to work with, but, it'll be alright. I didn't want to get a whole new bag. I'm not sure if I'm even going to like this yet, you know what I mean? Your next step is going to be to squeeze all of the water out of the cauliflower. I'm already kind of nervous about this because the smell of cauliflower, it's cauliflower, so it's going to smell like cauliflower, but I never really liked cauliflower, and people always said, you just have to make it into something that you like, so I'm going to give it a try still. I'm going to try going into this with an open mind. Alright, so as you can see, I got it squeezed. Still a little wet. I'm going to be honest with you, it's really hard to squeeze the liquid out of here, but I got a lot of it out, so I'm hoping that it'll be able to work with this. In the future, they suggest like some kind of cheesecloth or something to use to just make sure you get it all out. The drier, the better, they say, but I'm going to go ahead and use this. Also, another note is that it seems to be a lot less after you shake it out. I didn't realize how much liquid was actually in there, but it's a lot. So now the next step is I'm going to mix up all of that cauliflower with 1 egg, whatever spices I'm using, which I'm choosing to throw a little bit of Cajun in there. I'm going to do it around the crust, more though, afterwards. Some seasoned salt, some garlic and herb flavor mate, and some basil. I'm also going to throw in some pepper. I just gotta find it. I forgot about that. And I will get back to you. Alright, I mixed them all up, and actually I forgot to mention at first that you also should do a half cup of either mozzarella or goat cheese. I went with goat cheese because it's one of the healthier versions of cheese. And I don't know, I'm already going to put some mozzarella and cheddar on top, so figured this would be good. It's still looking pretty wet, but I still managed to get it into a pretty good shape here. I'm going to stick it in the oven on top of parchment paper. It's buttered, but you could spray it or whatever. I'm going to put it in the oven for 14 minutes on 450, and then I'm going to flip it. Hopefully it sticks together. I tried to give it a little bit more support. It's kind of small, but, there's the size of my hand for reference. So, I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll get back to you, and hopefully it's looking good by then. Wow, so, this came out really nice. I have to flip it over and bake it for a little bit longer, but, just look at that. It smells really good, too. But yeah, it really crusted together more than I expected. I'm going to go ahead and try to flip it, give it a couple minutes on the other side, and then I'm going to do everything else I need to do to it. Alright, I got it flipped over, and this is the other side. I kind of accidentally, when I was flipping it over, you could see I cracked it down the middle there. I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal. It kind of sealed up a little bit when I put it back in the oven, and also I could just cut it down that direction when I do it. I'm going to go ahead, put some tomato sauce and some cheese on here, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it in the oven again. Maybe I'm going to also put some garlic, and, oh yeah, I got green bell pepper and jalapeno to put on it too, and onion, and maybe some baby spinach. I don't know. I'll do whatever I can, and I'll show you the finished product. So it's in the oven now, and we're just gonna wait until the cheese melts. It really is looking good. I'm surprised at how well the crust came out, but it's a lot for one little pizza. I put a lot of little stuff on there, as you can see. I hope it's not too much for the crust to hold, but I figure if it could hold all of this, I'll never have a problem with it in the future. So when it's done, I'll cut it up, and we'll give it that final test. Well, it definitely passes all of the visual and smelly effects and tests, because it just looks great, smells even better. I'm about to cut it up and give it a try, and we'll put that to the final test, because that's all that matters, is how it tastes. Alright, so I chose one of the smaller slices just so I could get a hold of it better. It actually is holding together pretty well. I could tell how if I was to dry it out it would be a little better, but let's go ahead and do the taste test. That's pretty good. I'm surprised. That's pretty good. Yeah, if you have the time, this is better than, I mean, just because it's healthier, I wouldn't probably choose it over a normal pizza, but it's much better than I expected. I'm probably going to make it more often instead of normal pizza. It just takes a while to make, but I put a lot of ingredients. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to go eat this whole thing. Here's the nutrition for it. Like a good neighbor, Flabby to Abby is there. How's that for an outro? Which we got to come up with a good outro. I'm going to go with that for now.